Welcome to CX Labs, a digitally irresistible podcast brought to you by iQor. We cover the latest CX practices, including performance optimization, technology trends, employee experience, industry developments, and success factors to inspire great CX for your brand. And now, here's today's episode. Welcome to the Digitally Irresistible podcast, a CX Labs episode. I'm your host, Celeste Roberts. Today's guests are Maneet Sehgal and Manish Parikh. Welcome, Maneet and Manish.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, Celeste.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for joining me. So I'd like to introduce you both and share what you do here at iQor. So Maneet, we'll start with you. You are Senior Director of Operations and the Country Lead for iQor India. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and what your roles here at iQor look like?
Okay, I come from technology background. I have overall 21 plus years of experience with 15 years being at iQor. I started with technology, and until last year, when I was offered the country lead opportunity for India, and life has been a roller coaster since then.
Thank you for sharing that. It's been a fun ride though, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Roller coasters are fun. So thank you, Maneet. Now, Manish, you are Vice President of Operations at iQor. What is your background and what is your role like at iQor?
Sure. Well, I've been with iQor for almost 16 years now. My background is mostly financial services, consumer, and now B2B commercial financial services as well. At iQor, I'm part of our financial and commercial leadership team. I'm fortunate to have my team across the globe, here in onshore in the US, in Canada, in Mexico. Also, a significant part of my team is in Asia, mostly in Philippines, India, and Hong Kong as well.
Thank you for sharing that, Manish. I am very excited to talk with you both about iQor India and its role in delivering irresistible CX to our clients' customers. So let's begin with a brief history of the BPO industry in India and iQor's footprint in India.
Yes, India's had a very long history with managed BPO services. You could say that India pioneered it in a way, right? And now it's obviously, it's a phenomena with the industry spreading all across the world, right? Today, we talk of, locations like Philippines and locations in South America. But I think it's India is where it all started. And iQor has been there for 20 years, providing services to a very impressive client roster that we have curated over the last 2 decades there.
Great success story, iQor India. Now let's talk about the solutions that iQor India offers our clients.
iQor India is a growth location for us, a strategic growth location for iQor overall. As we said, we've been there for quite some time now, and we service clients, from a very, very diverse industries. We boast of a very tenured staff as well. From the traditional, providing services upstream like customer care, onboarding, customer onboarding and such, to downstream services like revenue management and dispute resolution. Interestingly, in India, over the years, we've built a very strategic, back office and support services practice in India, actually. Some of our most tenured leadership is engaged in that space too. These services not only traditional voice delivery, but we do a lot of digital work like chat as well out of India. Some of the shared services and back office support that we provide are in the space of cash application, chargebacks, dispute resolution, multitude of other processes in the finance and accounting space as well. As I said, we've got a very impressive list of clients out of India across diverse industries. We service some of the top names in retail to travel space, to from servicing one of the top software companies in the world to a telecom provider. So the range is just incredible, right? And the services that we provide are an incredible array of services as well.
So, Maneet, would you like to speak to how iQor India collaborates with iQor's other geos?
Sure. iQor India services some of its iQor's key clients, not just from India, but from other geos as well. So, there's this direct relationship that we share with almost all of the other geos that iQor has today, whether it is Trinidad or it is Colombia or it is Philippines, even US. However, besides servicing our clients globally, we also service iQor from a shared services standpoint. So, India has one of the biggest shared services teams in finance, which takes care of all of iQor's finance globally, and also, one of the biggest presence of technology, which I earlier used to manage. So, yeah, we are our own customers here in India.
I'd like to discuss iQor's plans for continued growth in India. So many success stories. What does the future hold?
iQor is making a huge investment, which I'll let Maneet speak about, and we are going to come up with another site. So, and which Maneet and team are sort of leading that initiative to not only identify but get this rolling in 90 days. Nate?
Well, I would just like to add that today we are sitting at close to 50,000 square feet in our existing Noida site. And with Chris's latest visit, we have planned to invest further in India and add another 50,000 and, sort of double the space that we have in the Noida area. Just to give you a little brief, Noida is very close to New Delhi, the capital of India, and we are very excited about this new facility that's coming up. It's in a campus style corporate office, which is surrounded by all modern amenities such as, food courts and gymnasiums and whatnot. And I'm sure, all of our employees will be very excited with this transition that we are planning.
So, Maneet, what are some of the key factors for iQor India's success?
So at iQor India, we have a talent pool of close to 1,500 brilliant iQorians. One of the key factors that has contributed to India's success is the availability of a large pool of highly educated and technically skilled workers. India, as has a very strong education system that produces a large number of graduates in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, etc. So besides the talent pool that is available to us, I think the cost advantage is another key factor that attracts companies to outsource to iQor India. Compared to several other developed countries, labor costs in India are much lower, making it an attractive destination for some of our clients. The Indian government has been very supportive of our industry, and there are tax incentives, and overall, there is the political situation is very stable. So I think that also adds to our success. Besides all of this, I think the weather also plays a critical role because there is no downtime due to any of the natural weather conditions. So, I would just like to add that, as the world becomes more connected, the demand for world class CX services is going to increase. And I believe India is well positioned to meet this demand with its skilled workforce, with its cost competitiveness, and English language proficiency.
Thank you for sharing that, Maneet. Manish, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, sure. No, I think Maneet made some great points there. As we continue to invest in iQor India and in Noida particularly, Noida is a really well positioned as part of Delhi NCR region. With the government's continued investments in infrastructure projects, it's so well connected with the rest of the region through metro and a bunch of other transportation options. I think iQor India is really well positioned to take advantage of all this, of all the the manpower skills that are available. But I think iQor India partners really well with our other locations, to provide a very comprehensive CX experience to our clients, whether collaborating with iQor US and iQor Philippines to sort of provide voice, non-voice, and back office services as a bouquet of services to our clients to sort of give the best to their customers.
Thank you, Maneet and Manish, so much for joining me on this episode of Digitally Irresistible, a CX Labs episode. Listeners, be sure to visit iQor.com/capabilities to learn about iQor's award-winning CX solutions. If you're watching this, that URL is scrolling down below on the video, and if you're listening, head on over to the show notes and you'll find the URL there. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe to the Digitally Irresistible podcast on your favorite podcast player or on the iQor YouTube channel so you never miss a future episode.